I'm Necron, and today we're going to talk about some random movies I pulled from my library. Didn't really think too hard on this. Just went through and started pulling movies I thought were pretty cool. So the first one up is boom, Dog Soldiers. This is a cool movie about a group of guys who have to do an assignment. They're in the military in the countryside, and unfortunately, they run across a family of werewolves, and now they gotta fucking survive the night fighting these werewolves. And these werewolves are some big ass, mean, fucking looking howling style werewolves, not little wolf men, but motherfuckers that look like they could rip you in half in a second. Cool movie. I suggest you watch it. Next one up is Bam Roadhouse. And you probably saw this one on the Family Guy where Peter kept kicking people and going Roadhouse. Well, this this is the movie. Patrick Swayze is not doing any dirty dancing. He's doing some dirty kickboxing, and he's kicking the shit out of everyone. He's a bouncer in a roadhouse where basically the guy running the roadhouse is I would say a little shady. Anyway, he gets caught up in the fucking bullshit, but he's trying to do the right thing. But other than that, some great fights, some backstabbing, all types of stuff. Good movie. Lots of knuckles, kicks, and all that fun shit. Next one up is Bam Punisher Warzone. A lot of people harp on this movie, but to me, I thought it was awesome. This is what I want to see in a Punisher movie. The Punisher just fucking blowing up people, lighting them up, shooting them up, whatever he does to get them. I know what one of the problems was is a lot of people didn't like Jigsaw, but hey, he's a real Punisher villain. He's a little annoying. There's some crazy stuff in there, but Punisher, he's badass. He's just ruthless. There's one scene where the cops trying to interrogate one of the guys. Punisher's just like, and he's like, "What the hell?" The Punisher, dude. What do you expect? Next one up, bam! I talked about this in detail in my Zack Snyder um, films, Snyderverse. Well, this is BVS. You got to watch this. What is it, the Ultimate Edition? Yeah, this is the longer cut. The other one, I still like the other one, but this one really ties it together more. There's a lot of things that were missing in theatrical release, and it's fucking off the charts, man. Batman, Superman fighting. Batman's solo fight scene in the warehouse still one of the top fucking fight scenes I ever seen in the movie Batman. This is going toe to toe with these guys, kicking their ass. He's getting punched. Never seen anything like that in a Batman movie. It's like a comic come to life. Next one up, bam, Excalibur. This is epic, epic storytelling. Best adaptation of the King Arthur mythos I would ever say, or I should say. It is great. It's dark. It's got great fantasy, great cinematography, great sets, great everything's great in it, man. Just watch it. Next one up, Stephen King's The Mist. This one is pretty fucking grim. The army is experimenting with some technology, and they fucking somehow blast open a hole to another dimension for like I guess for not too long. I think how they explained the movie, but it was enough time for all this shit from this other dimension to come into our world. You're getting all these Lovecraftian type of creatures and bugs and spiders that are like fucking like not of this earth, and it's fucking wild. And it pretty John putting humans pretty quick on the bottom of the food chain, man. And it also is and it, like explores how the human psyche would react to something. A lot of people just can't handle it too well, and they fucking lose their mind. It's grim movie, but I loved it. Sick. Next one, Conan the Barbarian, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm sure everybody's seen this, but if you haven't, you need to watch it. This is fucking metal. This is metal as fuck. Conan's great. I love it. It's one of my favorite. I'm not gonna. I'm just watch it. It's Conan is a barbarian. He's barbarian just trying to make it in the world, and it's it's so good. He is. I see. This is so good. I don't know what else to tell you. Just go watch the fucking movie, man. Next one up, hilarious comedy. Ronnie Dangerfield, and Joe Pesci. Easy Money. And this one, it's the Rodney Dangerfield. He's married, but he has some vices. He likes to drink. He likes to gamble. He likes to party. And he has a family and everything, but he's always out with the boys getting into trouble, I guess. And so anyway, the wife's mom dies, and of course, him and Rodney Dangerfield, of course, they never see eye to eye. They pretty much hate each other. Well, in her will, she's gonna leave him all this super huge inheritance, but one catch. She wants Rodney Dangerfield to change his ways, to turn his vices into virtues. Well, he's trying to do it, but he's still trying to do his shit on the side and on the down low too, and it's hilarious. A lot of them jokes you would never have in movies nowadays. This funny stuff, man. Rodney Dangerfield is the best. Next up, Pathfinder. This is a cool movie. This one is about Vikings and Native American Indians. On this one, these Vikings invade America pre-Columbus and all that when it was just Native Americans here, and they leave one of their own behind, a young boy, and he is adopted by the Native American clan, and it's kind of also a story of how he's kind of an outsider still. But anyway, he grows up in the movie, and well, not becomes a young man, and these Vikings come back, and he's like the only one that kind of knows their ways and is able to fight with them because he understands what they're about and all that. So, I know it's not historically accurate on how the Vikings look and everything, but it's almost like a Frank Frazetta style interpretation of the Vikings. Really cool, really just fantasy looking. I loved it. It's a good movie. Next one up, bam, Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger again. This fucking great, man. They're Arnold Schwarzenegger runs a group of mercenaries. They go into South America. They fucking attack the bad guys apparently and blow the fuck up their village. I mean, these stuff is just blowing the shit out of everybody. It's overboard. It's 80s. So wait, the action was back then, and unbeknownst to them, there's a freaking alien that likes to hunt humans, and he starts taking them off, and that's where the movie goes. And of course, there's going to be a final not slowdown, but a showdown between Arnold and this alien, this predator, and it's fantastic. It will put hair on your nuts. Next one, bam, a fucking sci-fi movie from the 70s called Laser Blast. So you got these little stop motion aliens, and the movie starts with them hunting down this guy with this badass laser gun. There went the video, and he puts it on his arm. Well, like he has it attached to his arm. He's like pow pow pow, and they're like, "Phew," and they come and they fucking blast them, kill them, and they take off. One problem, they left the damn laser gun. So this kid finds the laser gun, starts to fucking figure out how to use it, and he starts blasting everything, blowing up cars, having a good time. But there's one problem: this laser gun apparently possesses you and turns you into a green-looking possessed exorcist monster. So the aliens are like, "Oh shit, we got to go back. We fucked up," and they come back. And, have to kill him. But what happens is he's blowing up half the town with this damn laser gun. This is some crazy 70s sci-fi fun. I always thought it was fun. I actually saw that movie when I was a kid with a double bill with Inframan, The Man Beyond Bionics. Go figure. Next one up is Roger Corman's classic, Humanoids from the Deep. This one, it's just nuts, man. Basically, they're experimenting and they make these fucking fuck up and they make these humanoid man fish creatures, and they decide, hey, we want mates, and they start coming up from the water and killing guys and trying to mate with the women, but also just causing all type of mayhem. The climax movie is there's like this carnival on this coast town, and all of a sudden these humanoids from the deep show up from out of nowhere, coming up. And there's all type. And of course, man, it's mayhem, it's gore, it's violence. It's what an 80s fucking monster movie would be. Humanoids from the deep. I love this one. It's fucking great campy horror and gore. Now on to something a little more serious from the 80s. The Howling. This is a top-notch werewolf movie. I don't fucking kind of forgot the plot. I just remembered the werewolves rule. some girl, I just believe she's a news reporter, gets is investigating something and ends up in this town, and the secret of the town is everybody's a fucking werewolf, and the werewolves look fucking awesome. That probably I might deep dive this, so I'm gonna watch it again and refresh everything in my memory. But as I remember, it was some cool ass werewolves in there. Here's another one, The Fog, John Carpenter's fucking creepy classic. And this one, I do remember perfectly. These pirates from way back when America, I think they're just like settling California coast or something of that nature. The church makes a deal with these pirates. They burn the pirates. They get screwed, and they take their gold. And the pirates come back. It's like these zombies, I guess you would call them, and they want their gold back. And they cruise in this fog, so no one can see, actually see them, but until they're like in your face. It's a great movie. It has a lot of tension, a lot of creepiness. Um, it's John Carpenter. I need to tell you, we were just talking about this earlier. John Carpenter rules. This is fucking great, fucking great. Go watch it. Now, here's the movie. Bam! Stallone's Cobra. This is great. Stallone is off the charts on this one. He is he's a badass. The movie starts, with a hostage situation, I believe, in food store or convenience store. I can't remember totally to the point, but the guy, has some hostage, and of course, Stallone's there, and he's like, "You're the disease." No, I fucked it up for everyone. Disease is the cure. I'm the cure. And boom! Shoots a guy. Man, Stallone's off the charts on this one. I think he's trying to protect this girl from all these bad guys, and they're trying to get her. And of course, it's Stallone. He's doing crazy stuff. One of my favorite parts is they're being chased. They're in a truck, and he just like hops in the back of the bed of the truck. He's just when these guys on motorcycles are getting blown away and flying off and all type of mayhem. I mean, I love those one man army themes, and it's definitely going on in Cobra. You got to watch it. Next one up is a comedy that I think is hilarious. Stripes. Bill Murray has to join the army with his buddy. I forget the fucking reason why, but anyway, it's hilarious. The whole boot camp is hilarious. John Candy's in it too. Harold Ramis, I believe, is the buddy he joins the army with. So you got kind of a Ghostbuster connection there. Um, Funny stuff, man. All type of jokes. I'm sure nowadays no go on a lot of that stuff, but to me it's hilarious because I grew up in that era. Next up, I got my Rambo collection. How could you not like Rambo movies? More Stallone awesomeness. This one has the first four movies, Blu-ray. First movie is actually I know Rambo's stereotype because Rambo 2 and 3 is just the total one man army, and I love it. It's great. He's just blowing up stuff, shooting guys. It's totally ridiculous, but it rules. But First Blood's a way more serious movie. It's a really good movie, and gets Stallone, I think, did some great acting in it, man. Really pulls at your heartstrings when he's talking about the veterans and how they're just kind of disposed because he's a veteran of the Vietnam War, and it's good. But there's still some killer action scenes. He breaks out of a police department. It's a great action sequence, and then these cops are they're idiots basically, and they're in way over their head, and they're trying to hunt him, and he's just taking them off one by one because he was was he Green Beret? I think he's Green Beret. He fucking makes these guys look like fools. It's great, 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 great. Here's one that probably everyone knows, but I just grab because it rules. Terminator 2. Got- And also the original Terminator. That's the only two you really need to watch. I mean, I know the other ones are cool, but if you would just want the fucking badass Terminator 1 and 2, that's it. This is great. Total fucking action sequences. The bad guy Terminator is awesome. the liquid still. It's kind of hard to stop because you can just kind of turn to liquid still and go through things. And Linda Carter's a badass in it too. She's fucking whooping ass in it, and I'm sure we all seen it. But if you haven't, get your ass over there and watch that. It's great. And the last thing I got here, we're going off the wall a little more on the underground side. The Exterminator, another vigilante movie. This is set in, I believe, yeah, set in New York. And it also shows the gritty side of New York from the 70s. A lot of shit. As Trump would say, it's a shithole. This place looks terrible. The movie even makes it look grim. And this guy, the exterminator, well, he's cleaning up the streets. Oh, and speaking of Vietnam, there's a flashback scene of them back in Vietnam that's really good. Like, wow, they probably spent most of their budget on that scene, all the huge explosion. That's what, me and Tim were talking about those 80 explosions, man. Total giant gasoline explosion, shit flying everywhere. And that is the last one. So that's some random movies from Necron's library. If you haven't seen any of them, go check them out. If you haven't seen them, well, then you're in the know. All right, that's it for this video. See you again soon. Let me do this right. Stay metal, Necron. Laters.